Madame Petra, we didn't hear you arrive.
Obviously.
And did you have a pleasant journey?
No. Now get back to your jobs. Both of you.
Our apologies, ma'am.
Security is too lax around here.
Yes, ma'am. Your belongings have been taken up to your apartment.
Good.
Miserable bitch.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
The guard was armed and looked dangerous. I knew he'd kill me without a second thought. But at the same time, he probably believed I was a cold-blooded killer too. What's your job here?
To make sure that no one gets through the front entrance, ma'am.
I fought the urge to tell him to drop and give me 20. How many men do we have on the grounds?
A double complement on the perimeter, ma'am. No one gets in or out without us knowing. Guaranteed.
If that was his idea of a guarantee, I wasn't shopping for watches locally. Anything to report?
There was a broken-down car near the front gate.
Anything suspicious?
Just some stupid French woman who probably ran out of gas.
I was going to remember this guy. Stupid French woman, indeed. The guard was scared of me. Well, of Petra, at least. I just had to keep him from learning the truth. Everything all right?
Bit nervous, ma'am. It's my first day on the job.
Just make sure no one gets in, and it won't be your last. Going blonde had brought out the mean streak in me. I rather enjoyed it. You see this pencil?
Yes, ma'am.
There are 15 ways I can kill a man using this.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
The door looked pretty secure. It wouldn't have looked out of place in Fort Knox. The security door had no handle or visible way of opening it, but there was a card reader on the wall. The card reader was probably linked to the nearby security door. I needed a working keycard to open the door. Just some delivery notes. Some were for food, others for washing powder. I would have hated to do the laundry for this lot. The guard was sitting at the desk reading. It looked like a children's book. Any news?
It's been pretty quiet.
What about an attack from inside?
Everything is battened down tight.
Good. Now, would you care to explain why you are reading on duty?
Just trying to improve myself, ma'am.
Do it again, and the next book you buy will be in Braille.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Where is this book? In one hand he has a folder with the reports, and in his other hand, is that his gun? It's definitely a piece of equipment. Anyway, good for him for trying to improve himself.
The security door over there. Could anyone get through it?
No, ma'am. It's the most secure there is. Oh, by the way, ma'am, have you had a chance to see the security sergeant yet?
No. I shall get his report in good time.
He's waiting to issue you with your security card.
Oh. Where can I find him?
He's checking the perimeter, so he's somewhere outside.
Thank you. Where was the prisoner taken?
To Senor Susara's office in the lower levels.
Is he on his own?
2 guards went with him, ma'am. He cannot escape.
For your sake, he'd better not.
Alright, let's go and find the security sergeant.
The main doors to and from the building were large and heavy. I felt like the heroine of an old horror movie. Somewhere behind those doors, a tall, sad servant was surely lurking. The guard looked pretty unpleasant, and smelled even worse. Hello. I wonder if you can help me.
Are you Madame Petra?
That's right.
How can I help you, ma'am?
That's a very fierce-looking dog.
Trained to kill as soon as he's released, ma'am.
Good. Just don't release him near me. Understand?
No, ma'am. You hear that, rascal? You're not to hurt a nice lady.
Rascal? The dog looked as though he could kill at any moment. I thought about stroking the dog's head, but remembered how fond I was of my fingers.
Where is Bruno's dog?
This was the guard I tricked earlier. I hoped he didn't recognize me. Hello, Boris. I wonder if you could help me.
How did you know my name?
It's my job to know everything.
You look familiar.
I'm Madame Petra.
Sorry, Mom. I didn't realize.
Well, now you do. Anything to report?
No, Mom. Nothing.
No suspicious characters?
There was a tourist earlier, but I think she's gone.
Think?
She's gone, Mom. No doubt at all. Mom.
The guard looked well-trained. You! I need some help.
You're Madame Petra, isn't that right?
No, I'm Madonna.
Whoa!
Idiot! Of course I'm Madame Petra. What a disgusting dog.
Thank you, Mom.
What's his name?
Raptor.
How appropriate. More appropriate than a rascal.
Poor dogs. They are getting a very bad rap in this game.
The dog was quiet. I sensed he was contemplating his next meal. Me.
He's just sitting there. Quiet. Obedient.
I normally enjoyed petting dogs, but I drew the line at wolves. The man didn't look as though he had been employed for his charm. This place is a mess.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't know you.
I am Madame Petra. Isn't it obvious?
Of course, ma'am. I should have realized.
This place is a mess? What's so messy about it?
This guy looked like he had more authority than the others. Who are you? Come on. I haven't got all day.
Sergeant of Security, Mom.
I am Madame Petra. I have just arrived.
Of course, Mom. I have a security card for you. Here you are.
Thanks. The guard looked like he knew what he was doing with his gun. I am Madame Petra.
Yes, ma'am. Pleased to meet you, ma'am.
Why is your dog behind that fence?
We need to keep him from the other dogs.
Why? Do they fight?
No, he's got worms.
I'm not surprised, given the food here.
Alright, we are done with our inspection. There is a hotspot on the dog in the cage, but Nico just gives a generic response.
It was the security card that should have been given to Petra.
Unvalidated, so I am guessing that this will not work.
Damn! The card didn't work.
Pardon me, Madame Petra, but you need to get the card validated.
Yes, of course. Just checking security is watertight.
There's only one room that we haven't examined, and that is this one just here.
It was the security layout for some part of the building. I had no idea where. I didn't really want to go messing with things I didn't know about. There was a large group of computers all whirring loudly. I wasn't about to go switching off the computers. The computer was processing something, but what? I was risking my life here dressed as Petra. The last thing I wanted to do was break something and draw attention to myself. The woman was hunched over a computer terminal. She was really into her work and doing a fine job of ignoring me. This card required validating. Could you do that for me?
Of course, ma'am. There you are. Now please excuse me, Madame Petra. I must get on with my work. Senor Suzaro will be very upset if I don't finish this.
Finish what exactly?
Excuse me.
Please, ma'am, do not interrupt me. I cannot afford mistakes.
I need you to answer a few questions. What exactly is it that you are doing?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I have strict instructions to report only to Senor Suzaro until we have finished our preparations for the armillery.
Yes, of course.
Armillery? I guess we will find out soon.
It was the security card that should have been given to Petra. After what I'd been through to get the card, I was desperate to see what lurked down below. It was an old prison cell. Damn! This must have been where Bruno was being held. I hoped I wasn't too late. The cell was locked and empty. Oh no! Someone was coming.
That's the first time I have seen a fire extinguisher anywhere in this game.
It was the laundry that I had landed in. The aromatic effect of over 400 cheesy feet was mind-blowing. I knew that stealing putrid socks wouldn't solve anything. It was the window I'd climbed in through. The window was really high up. There was no way of getting back out through there. They sure knew how to build doors in Prague. Either they wanted to keep people out or socks in. The door was locked. This was beginning to feel more and more like a prison. There had to be some way of opening the door.
I bet you a fiver that there is.
It was an old trolley. It looked as if it hadn't been used for years.
That looks like it hurt. I mean, that was full on the ribs.
Somebody in this castle had a serious washing powder fixation. My old Navy SEALs manual had a special section, assessing enemy strength utilizing captured washing powder drums. Shame I couldn't remember the equation. I didn't need to take any of the washing powder.
Yeah, this puzzle is not exactly hard. And I hope this works, otherwise George is going to break a few ribs.
The washing machine slid sweetly onto the trolley. Well, here goes. Yes!
There are several different ways which we can go, but they are all dead ends with nothing of interest. Everywhere where we need to be is up this way.
A modern door set into the damp basement walls. The door backed out into the basement corridors. It was no use. The door was shut tight. If only I had the key card to open it.
Take that, you!
Oh! Why, you...
George?
Who?
It's me, Nico!
Jeez, I thought you were Petra.
Often sneak up on girls like that, do you?
Only blondes.
So it's true. They do have more fun.
Hang on to the wig and find out.
Trailer trash chic. Not really my style.
Ouch. So how come you're down here?
Did you notice the extra security? I'm guessing that Bruno must be close.
So what are we waiting for?
What extra security? There is no one down here but us.
Nico looked just like Petra. You know, it's a tacky outfit, but you look okay in it.
Oh, thanks.
Some guys just know how to compliment a lady, I guess. Hey, Nico.
Yes, George?
I have to admit, the blonde hair is a bit strange.
Oh, really? Nobody said anything.
That's because the outfit's so scary. They're all terrified of you. So, did you find Bruno?
No, I don't know where he could be. The guards in the entrance hall said that he had been moved to Cesaro's office. Down here somewhere.
Damn!
What are you doing?
Shh! Guards! They're guarding a door over there. That's got to be where Bruno is.
I could get past, but you would be shot if you tried. You need to find a way to fool them.
Let's see what is in here.
Hey, Nico, can you do something with this lock? I don't have anything to open it.
Where would you be without me, George?
The locker had some guards' uniforms hanging inside. Looks like green is the new black for bad guys. Well, this should help me move around more easily. Nico, could you turn your back, please?
You are joking.
I know, but it's these shorts. Not very flattering.
Oh, fine. Quickly, get it over and done with.
There, changed.
Oh, you look nice.
I bet you say that to all the guards.
There is nothing more of interest in here, so let's get out.
Hey, Nico.
Yes, George?
Do you think I'll be able to get past the guard dressed like this, Nico?
I'm sure. Just wait till the laughter gets hysterical, then tiptoe past.
Right. Here goes.
Madame Petra, I wasn't informed you were back.
As you can see, I am. And this is urgent.
I ought to check with the front desk.
You are holding me up. Now, unless you want your appendages rearranging, I suggest you open the door.
Of course, ma'am. My apologies.
It was a large metal door with a numeric keypad to one side. I didn't have the code to open the door, and I didn't want to risk raising the alarm.
I thought that I heard a noise. There is a grill up there. Oh yes, there is definitely someone in that other room. Nico. Okay. Yeah, I kind of need you to move, Nico. Please? Okay, Right, I'm not sure what I do in this situation. I will just have to do this the hard way. I mean, it's not that much harder, but having that extra crate would mean less messing around.
Nico, keep quiet and come and look at this.
It's Bruno.
I don't think there's anyone in there with him.
Can we risk it?
We've got to. Hey, Bruno!
Bruno, it's Nico.
And George.
Hey, fellas. Nice of you to drop by.
Are you okay?
Oh, sure. I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I'm in constant pain. I've had more electricity through me than a small town in winter. But heck, now you're here, who gives a damn?
You're so brave.
Lady, I grew up in Eastern Europe. We did torture in kindergarten.
Have you told him anything?
Everything. But the one thing Cesaro wants.
And what's that?
Who has got the Key of Solomon?
But we don't know who's got it.
Exactly.
Well, it doesn't matter now. We're coming into... Shh.
That was the gatehouse. Petra has arrived at last.
I am so pleased for you.
Thank you. I find torture such a soulless task without an audience.
Oh, I know.
And she is so imaginative. Such a source of new ideas.
I appreciate that.
Yes, Bruno, I truly believe you will. And look on the bright side. When you tell us who has the key, even then we will not kill you. We need you too much. My dear girl.
Has he talked yet?
No, but I'm sure you will persuade him.
I'm going to enjoy it.
Now, Stobart and the girl. I hope you bring me good news.
I found them, but I'm afraid they got away. I'm sorry.
They have too much luck.
There is worse, Master. Let him in.
All right, boss. Not this idiot.
Forgive me, sir, but there is something you must hear. Flap, tell Senor Susaro what you told me in Paris.
What? About that nightclub and those girls?
No. About the safe.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't, was it?
Wasn't what?
Wasn't safe?
Get on with it, Flap.
That Stobart girl, she came back to the theater, took some documents.
What documents?
A picture of a castle in Prague.
This castle.
Very good. Give the man a cigar.
Flap.
Sorry, sir.
Wait, what is that?
Do you like it? It's my new scarf. That Stobart girl left it behind in Paris.
What is it?
You can go, Flap. Get out.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Bruno, it's your lucky day. Now I know who has the key. We do not need to put Petra to work on you.
You know? How?
The emblem on the scarf. It is the crest of the St. Stephen chapter of the Knights Templar.
I thought they had disappeared centuries ago.
Clearly not. And I know exactly where to find them. That fool Flap had the answer all along, wrapped round his thick neck.
Collard must be working for them.
So, now we must change our plans. I shall go to Paris to retrieve the key. You take Ostwald to the armillary to prepare. Give the order that all personnel are to prepare to move out.
It's time, isn't it?
Yes, my dear. It is time.
Hold on. Nico has been walking around and talking to people disguised as Petra. So now Petra has arrived, the real one, and the guards have let her through in her car. How has no one put 2 and 2 together? Anyway.
The grill looked through to some kind of office. It could give access if the grill itself wasn't in the way. The grill was screwed tight to the wall. I wasn't going to be able to pull it off with my hands.
What about that nightstick? Surely you can do some damage?
The edge of the coin was just the right size to unfasten the screws. The grill was open, but the opening looked pretty small. There was no way my, muscular hips would go through. I couldn't get through the narrow gap.
George, when I first knew you, that would have been no problem.
Guess I must be carrying a little more muscle, huh?
Yeah, the fat kind.
Okay. Look, whatever I said about you in that wig, I apologize.
Apology accepted.
Phew.
Won't make you any thinner, though.
Nico?
Yes?
I don't like to ask, but...
Would I climb through the grill and open the door from the inside?
Amazing. You read my mind.
You're just so predictable, George. You owe me one.
That's okay. I'm not counting.
Thank you, Nico. And why did Nico decide to climb up this crate in particular?
Nico, look!
It's some kind of map of ley lines.
See the area in the middle?
It matches the diagram in Vernon's video.
It seems to have its focus somewhere in Egypt.
So do you think that's where they've taken Bruno?
I think so. The armillary must be in Egypt.
Well, that should be easy enough to find.
Sure. I mean, how big can a country be? Cesaro and Petra had left through some kind of passage behind that panel. There had to be a release somewhere. The panel was made of wood. I couldn't see any way of opening it. But the release mechanism had to be somewhere in the room. I couldn't hear anything through the panel. It was an electronic map of the world. Ley lines were represented in red. They all merged at one point over Egypt. It was a map of some small country in Europe. I couldn't make out where, though. Maybe it was Cesaro's homeland. Cesaro certainly looked after his suits of armor. I suppose even bad guys have hobbies. I would never be able to fit into that armor. In any case, what good would it do me if I could? It looked like a very old map. Somewhere in England, I think.
It looks more like Scotland.
It was a large shield with weapons mounted on the wall. The shield bore a crest I didn't recognize. I imagined myself taking them with me, but then I thought better of it. Nico looked just like Petra. Hey, Nico.
Yes, George?
Where do you think that secret passage leads to?
I have no idea. Could be a quick route for Cesaro to get out.
Well, it's our only exit now. Going back out through the castle would be madness.
There is only one real logical place to find a hidden button, especially one to a secret exit.
Cesaro's desk was straight out of the Megalomaniac catalog. Aha! Look at this.
What is it?
Secret button hidden under the edge of the desk. Maybe it opens the door. The desk was too heavy to move. And besides, we needed to find a way to follow after Bruno. Books on Egypt and Egyptian culture. It would take months to trawl through this and decipher it all.
We could always take it and give it to Andre.
It was a large, round red button. Only thing missing were the words "Press me." Buttons like this traditionally opened up the floor to reveal a tank full of killer sharks. If the world ends when I press this, then I'm sorry for all the nasty things I've ever said about you.
George, just get on with it.
Okay, sorry.
Well done, George.
Let's go and rescue Bruno.
Out of interest, what nasty things?
Oh, you know, the usual.
The usual? Go on.
Let's just get out of here.